See, the first step on the journey is to try. Try what? Try a bunch of stuff. But remember when the panel was up here earlier? Joseph, I think it was, in the center from Land O'Lakes, he said that, we're not going to, as marketers, we're not going to just take the throw spaghetti against the wall and see what sticks strategy. I mean, we don't have unlimited budgets, right? So let's put a marketing twist on this first step. Try a bunch of stuff. Do you remember earlier, I can't remember if it was the second table in or the third table, it was a brilliant moment where it was the Q&A. And a young woman had grabbed the microphone and she said, testing. And then she said what she was going to, remember that? I think there was more brilliance in that moment than any of us may have recognized. See, because a lot of us, we grab the microphone, and in this example, the microphone is our social media accounts. This example is our microphone is some blog post or some sort of marketing material that our departments are pushing out. That's what the microphone is in this scenario. How many of us just grab the microphone and start saying stuff? Because that's what we're supposed to do, right? Because that's what the checklist says. We have to consistently post, right? We got to be consistent about it. But sometimes we never evaluated whether or not what we're posting is consistently bad. In that moment where she said, testing, it worked, and then she said, I'd like us all to get in that moment right now. How often are we doing that field testing? How often, they talked in the panel about surveys and data collection, right? How often are we testing the things? How often are we trying those things in small samples before we go all in on that thing so that we can avoid what Carlos said, the random acts of content, right? Are we testing that? Because I think sometimes if you're a small organization, a small firm in the room, I think sometimes we have feel that pressure. That when we scroll through our own news feeds and our own social media, all we see these days is viral post after viral post after viral post, right? That's what the internet is filled with these days. It's the latest Jimmy Fallon video that got 67 million views. And I think sometimes if we're a small organization, we're a 1, 2, 5, 10-person shop, I think we can fall victim to that. We can feel the pressure like, oh my goodness, every day I wake up, I'm already behind the 8 ball. Because I need to push out that content, because the checklist says I got to post today. My suggestion is this. If we look at these steps through the lens of marketing, if we give this a marketing twist, I would say to us, how often are we doing those small sample sizes, trying something to see if it's something we should even be going all in on in the first place? Are we doing that small market testing? Are we doing those surveys? Are we getting to know what our customer wants, needs, and desires? Do we know what resonates? Or are we just checking it off the list? Oh, we posted today, so we're good. Try a bunch of stuff. Sample it. Make sure it's something that gets traction with your audience. And then, step 2,